Hello and welcome back to the Marvellous Martells. We are playing as Prince Oberyn. We're 3 years old and we're very interestingly placed. We have kind of two opposing things on us here. We have Oberyn, who is our regent, who has obviously got all of the stuff he's got. He's very flamboyant. He's very much about family and revenge and all of that sort of stuff. And then you've also got our father, who is an Ironborn, who is obviously all about the iron price. So I'm feeling like there's going to be a lot of revenge wars. That's where I'm feeling we're going. We'll see how things go. And we also have a lot of reasons for revenge. Our mother was executed by King Joffrey, and so was our grandfather, executed by King Joffrey, who is a Lannister. And also, on top of that, the Lannisters killed our relations, with which I'm not entirely sure what relations they are now. That would be our... so I guess that would be our great aunt and our cousins twice removed or something like that. Anyway, they killed relations of our family and stuff. Very much not good. Now, somebody did point out something very interesting last time, and it is something I want to take advantage of. If I go and have a look for Targaryens, we could potentially marry a Targaryen, which seems like a very interesting possibility if we married Gale here. Now, if we go to arrange betrothal, they would say yes. Now, this would lose the Targaryen bloodline. It would just stop existing, because it does not... Yeah, it's only patrilineal inheritance. Okay, so unless we had her matrilineally married, the Targaryen bloodline would not pass on. However, we'd still be married to a Targaryen, which has its own benefits. I think we marry the Targaryen. I think that sounds interesting, and it brings them into our kind of line of things. So we'll arrange that betrothal. Yeah, that seems like a good marriage. Right, Torrentine should be underneath us. Why is it not? Because they are in the Northern War. They're attacking King Doran of the North. Okay, so basically it's because there's wars going on in the North right now. Oh yeah, it's because we're in a mega war. Of course. Right. And I guess you're in it as well? Yep. Okay. Well, I'm going to unpause, let our childhood go by, and we'll see how things go. Yes. They have accepted our betrothal. That's nice. Right. We'll see how that goes in the end of it. But, you know, marrying a Targaryen is definitely a lot of people's ways to advance in this world. Ooh, okay. So Joffrey is dead. He just died of severe stress. My prince... His Grace King Joffrey has taken his last breath. May he repose in peace. Now his heir, courtier Tommen Lannister, will take the throne and will rule the Seven Kingdoms henceforth. So, Lady Marjorie, unmarried. Oh, I forgot that Mace had been eaten. Yes, of course, it's her brother Willis who's now in charge of the Reach. But in charge of the Iron Throne, we now have Tommen. Tommen's heir is Myrcella the Exile. Oh, okay. Has she been exiled? She is in the Trident, so I guess maybe she has? So does it go Myrcella and then Edric? So it would go Myrcella. Assuming she has no children. It shouldn't go to Edric Storm. Who would it go to? I guess it would jump back down the Lannisters. So it would probably go to whoever is currently ruling the Westlands. So we'll go to... Oh no, because Edric Storm's currently ruling the Westlands. Probably whoever's currently ruling the Stormlands, maybe? Davin? Assuming he's next in line? I don't know. It might jump all sorts of weird places. It might... I assume it would jump down Kevin's line, so I guess Lancel Lannister would be next in line? Yeah, Lord of Harrenhal. That's a very interesting title for him. Right, let's continue. Prince Oberyn, the realm is in a state of war, and as such, as your liege king, I command that you provide men to support my armies. Regards, Tommen of House Lannister, King of the Iron Throne. No. We're not doing anything right now. We are 3 years old? Yeah. Davin Lannister is now known as the Monstrous. I definitely heard a sword swing. Ross Wall was beheaded. Okay. As was Brennet Wall. As was Cassie Wall. Okay, and there's a new Lord Commander on the wall. So who was the previous one? Oh! The new Lord Commander is Jon Snow. Okay, well that's nice. That's good. And he's taking over from Dennis Mallister. Okay, interesting. Right. Well, yes. I guess that's to be expected, really. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So at least some things are following along with how things should go. Although we've already defeated the White Walkers, so, you know, whatever, I guess. Archibald Ernwood was beheaded on the orders of King Tommen. Was he Oh, he was a Kingsguard. Okay. The big man. Yeah, of course he won a tournament. Money flows through the trade post. Do I get rid of it or keep it? Yeah, we'll just keep it for just now. That's fine. Again, we're only 3 years old. I'm not making any major decisions to go against anyone. We're just going to build up. Do we have enough for the next castle town? Next castle town requires us to have small estates, which we need to upgrade this for. And we need 73, but to get this one I need to have patrol posts. Patrol posts, I need to have 147 gold. So I need 147 gold is what I'm getting at there. Your Septon reports that Commander Edric of the Sand Ship has been humbled by your endless generosity to the poor, and he's very happy. Okay, that's good. We have an open council position for a treasurer. Lord Treasurer is going to be... Could be our father, or it can be Dezel. I'm going to make it our father. I think that's more interesting. We're going to have him collect taxes over here. Wait, who was our previous treasurer? Was he not important? Maybe not. Okay, I'm sure the previous treasurer was somebody important. Let's just have a... Oh no, it was just Septon Morgan. Never mind. Then we need to have an education for our cousin, who is the bastard son of Quentin Martell. I don't know. Why don't you have a... Well, you can't have a learning. I don't know. Why don't you have a... All your learning options are bad. Diplomatic, I guess, is your best one. Okay. I thought Manfrey would tell the cook that it was I who'd stolen the cookies and make me give back the quill back to the spymaster. Manfrey surprised me when he instead asked me how I managed to steal the quill right under the nose of the spymaster and wanted my help to get back at the cook for scolding him. I could do that. We're going to be friends with Manfrey Martell. Okay. Oh, that's good, I guess. Russell is dead. Who's Russell? Maester Russell. Okay. And Euron Greyjoy has had the Conquest of Dorne added to their treasury. What's the Conquest of Dorne? Oh, it's a book. Okay, I thought it was like some kind of thing that would give him a CB against me, but no, it's just a book. Oh, these also exist now. Now boats are actually there as like things that they can have as flagships. Interesting. Do we actually have anything worthwhile in our treasury? We have nothing in our treasury. Does it open? Just out of curiosity? Nope. I think if any Dornish person does. No, not as far as I know. Anyway, interesting. Oh, Tommen Lannister granted it to Euron Greyjoy. Which is interesting, because Euron, who is, by the way, our grandfather, isn't going to come back underneath everything. When he's, when the Mega War finishes, he's still going to be independent. Also, just point out, Cannibal, Mystic, Torturer, wants to tame a dragon. This is the Euron we've got here. So the North has accepted the peace offer. So what was that? That was... Truce was signed. It was won. Oh, it's de jure war over the North. Okay. That's fine. So the North is now underneath the Iron Throne, right? Which is pretty much all we were getting at there. And it was anyway. I think. Or is it now that the Trine is underneath? I'm not entirely sure what that war was for. Okay. Anyway, it makes sense, I think. Or it will. Fryn was drowned as a sacrifice. I don't know who Fryn was, but okay. Is the North still in other wars? Is that why they're independent? Or... why are people still independent? The Reach is still in their... oh, it's the Iron Throne, Ironborn, de jure war over the Iron Isles. Ah, okay. So that's still... So that's the war, and that's why there's still a Mega War. Okay. So Maester Hendry is dead, and my grandmother is also dead. Okay. Who can we imprison? Lord Trebor. He is trying to replace somebody as a councillor. Not my problem. Right. down here, we need a new commander. New commander is going to be... it can't be her because she's our spy master, so I guess it's going to be Doria. And then my new bodyguard is going to be Doria. Okay, makes sense. I need to send for a new maester. Let's do that. Right. Okay. Maester is arrived. Maester Gilbert. Oh, he seems very good. Yeah, and he's also the court tutor. Which is nice. A Westerman this time. So we've got educations from all over. That's fine. Oh, we have enough to build the next thing in Sunspear. Next thing in Sunspear is our patrol posts. Yes, just wanted to make sure I was building the right one there before everything else. Lord Paramount Edmure II of the Trident has declared the Riverman War for Lord Paramount Edric's claim on the Iron Throne on King Tommen of the Iron Throne. Ooh. Okay. So we're being commanded to give men to this. Now, who have you got on your side? So it's just Edmure against Tommen. Question really is Edric, if Edric joins, which he can't because he's currently in a war with King Tommen, I'm going to have to just dither. But I don't think Edric's able to join this war, so that seems yeah, in fact, everyone who's in this Ironborn war, I think, can't join, if I remember right. So it means the only people who could join are the North and us down here in Doran. Let's see how that works. Or at least only people who could join on the Trident side. Let's have a look here. Oh no, Edric did join. Okay. So I guess that invalidated his Ironborn one? No, he's still attacking the Iron... How can he be doing that? I thought you couldn't be at war with somebody and simultaneously... That's weird. Yeah, because he's at war with the Iron Throne and simultaneously in a war with the Iron Throne. That doesn't make any sense. One of those wars has to be invalidated, right? That's just weird. Right? Yeah, whatever. I'm sure you can't do that normally, but we'll see. We'll see. Right, I'm just going to stay out of it, I think. Seems like the safest thing overall. Right, how old are we now? We are now 6 years old. Ooh, wow. We're getting older much, much quicker. Prince Dorshuru won a war against King Tommen. I didn't know that King Tommen was in a war with him, but okay. Believe one of your vassals can be discouraged from joining a faction. He's not in a faction, so we'll do nothing. That's fine. Cersei Frey was drowned as a sacrifice to the drowned gods. Oh, and that was the wife of Edric Storm. Interesting. And we inherited the castle of the Sand Ship, which is fantastic as well. One, because we can... Oh, wait. That's actually very, very good. We can hold on to it because it's in our capital and it's a castle, so it makes a lot of sense to hold on to it. We're not over our domain limit, and it gave us money. That was brilliant, actually. Okay. Need a new High Admiral. I thought the High Admiral position was Oberyn previously, but I guess not. Oh, I guess Regent, because it's an actual position on the council. Okay, makes sense. You couldn't hold that as well. I'm going to make Aero my new High Admiral, I guess. Why not? Right, so now in the Sand Ship, I can probably build some castle towns. Yeah, and get some good money out of it. That's what I'm looking for. Two people eloped, got married without anyone's consent except their own, and it falls upon me as their liege to accept the marriage or do something about it. So my father ran off with Sorella Sand. Okay, I'll accept it. That seems fine to me. We've kind of got that. I'm going to try and play him a little bit more with the Oberyn style of, you know, whatever kind of goes in that kind of department. You know, we'll see. Right. Spending time with Bedwick is great. We get along so well. Even when we do chores together, time goes by so fast. Yeah, let's become friends. Sure. Bedwick was very happy for my gesture. He agreed that his exceptional personality and skill is worthy of songs and praise. Now, the others could see him for what he is. And say, I wish he was my father. Or what a doofus. No, what a doofus. Definitely. This is just weird. Right, here we want to build private farms, and then we can build our castle town. Good. Right. So we have Roderick, the Reader, Harlaw, who's now dead. We also have Rook. Wait, is that... No, that's a different Rook, I think. I think I was thinking of Reek anyway. That's fine. We're going to do nothing with that. Vassal is probably not in a faction. Oh, your great uncle. Oh, fantastic. So that would have been our great aunt earlier. Prince Doran Martell has died. It now falls upon you to decide whether to make the funeral a big and special event or to keep it a small and private one. We'll give him a proper funeral. Yeah. With the, you know, the Martell family. My regent is now Nymeria Sand. Okay. Bit more mystical, apparently. We need a new bodyguard. That can be Aaliyah Sand and 2 new commanders. So that's going to be... Is our father really that bad at fighting? He is. Okay. It's going to be Malor, and it's going to be Bistain. Sure. Right, and we also need an education here. Guess diplomatic seems like the best one. That's okay. The invitations have been sent for the funeral. Sir Armin has been a leal and able servant. I have successfully completed many tasks in the aid of Doran. Yeah, sure, I'll sit. He wants 30 gold? I owe him nothing. The best part about preparing a feast is deciding what foodstuff to serve. I must purchase venison, boar, and duck, spices, wine and ale, honey for the desserts, cheeses, and perhaps even a swan or a peacock. Yeah, we'll spend enough. That's fine. My bodyguard, Elias Sand, has expressed a desire to get married and has asked for my permission to find a suitable spouse. Oh, you can marry as you please. Does not bother me. My prince, as a high-ranking heir of House Dalt, I do not see it wise to give up my family name to marry Elias Sand, so I must regretfully decline to fulfill this marriage. So I can say you can keep your family name, but this was agreed. Okay, you can divorce, I guess. So she chose some... Oh, I thought that was Elias Sand who was dead. Oh, I have a claim on the Westlands for somebody here, for Tion Frey. Interesting. The wandering minstrel entered the castle singing and did not stop until he found me. With a flourishing bow and one long sad tone from his lute, he finished his song and asked for my patronage. You know what? Sure. I'll give you some patronage. My courtier, Sir Aaron Dalt, has expressed a desire to get married. But did you not just marry? Find whoever you want. Marry whoever you please. I don't care. Okay, that's fine. Tyann Sand would like to get married. Marry as you please. Seriously, just marry anyone. Right. People have been invited to this funeral. Summer is nearly at an end, and so autumn and the harvest is upon us. The feasting shall celebrate this time with food from throughout Doran, including boar, gooseberries, salmon, and lobster, brought to Sunspear. As part of this, you must decide how much of the harvest is set aside for winter. Yeah, we'll have small winter reserves. Winter's already passed, so I'm not that worried about it. The funeral! As the Silent Sisters finish the preparations of the deceased, the body of Oberyn is brought to the local sept and laid atop the altar at its centre. Canopic jars of ornate design are placed at the feet of the dead, and the eldest child places the death stones upon the closed eyes of the deceased. One by one, those closest to the departed in life make their way into the sept and speak their goodbyes, shed their mournful tears, and pray to the seven for the dead. As the day winds down and the last goodbye is said, the body is carried by kin along the crowd-lined streets to its final resting place. As the sun fades away, a great feast is held, and those who knew the dead recount some stories of the life and deeds of the lost. And so, it is done. Oberyn Martell died a natural death at age 57. He was a man who was known to be most courageous as well as being most fair to look upon. He was one of the greatest warriors of his generation, his martial prowess being famed throughout the kingdom. And so, it is done. Right. And with that, I am going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.